Hello and welcome everyone once again to another episode of FPL Backbenchers. This is your host Somnath. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I think it's 11th of February, and well, the game week is still not over. That's game week 24 right now, as per usual, as how it has been for the past few weeks. Last couple of matches are still going on. Liverpool against Leicester and Arsenal against Wolves. Both are goalless for right now. So we have crossed around the half an hour mark in those matches. So we thought about doing the pod right away because we have another deadline coming up in next 2 days, Anjan, if I'm not wrong. It's on Saturday, right? Saturday
Yeah,
normal
it's on
we have
Saturday.
once again.
Yeah,
Speaking of
normal
Anjan,
time.
Anjan, welcome to the pod once again. Uh, there's it's good,
Thank you,
good,
thank you.
good to see smile on your face. You already
Frustrated smile, kind of.
why it should be for success, mate. Anyways, you're all
Ah,
beaming. So if for people who don't know, since the update from the last pod is that Anjan has used his second wildcard, which came out of the blue because I think I called you up even 1 hour before the deadline and you were like, you're still not sure. So yeah,
yeah.
that came out of the blue and we really didn't have a chance to discuss about your wildcard. So we will get straight away into that. Before we get into that, guys, please do like and subscribe to our channel. Uh, Post your feedback, comments on the comment section. You can directly contact us as well. You can see our Twitter handle on the screen itself. So yeah, drop us your feedback and do like and subscribe, share and subscribe. So Anjan, yeah, as we were speaking, so how goes the wildcard decision and what happened?
No, actually, I was there with you in the phone. I was like 50-50 kind of thing.
So you were
I
on the
like,
fence.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
want to know what pushed you over the fence and
I
how
think,
has the wildcard transpired since then?
might be because my rank were pouring down a bit for the last 4 or 5 weeks. That was one reason, and the second reason was that I was not very satisfied with my team. Regarding, I think seven changes to my team, barely seven changes, exactly seven changes, I guess, 7 to 8 changes hardly, and I was not satisfied with particular 6, 7 kind of player.
Mhm.
So I was, so I thought, okay, fine, let's like attack it, like let's attack the particular set of fixtures now, 24, 20, like 24, 25, 26, probably 27. So I thought, okay, I will probably use my wildcard and I will just sort my team out.
Cool. I'll just quickly read your wildcard team for people who are not aware. You have Ramsdale in goal along with Foster as your backup keeper, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Diego Dalot, Joe Cancelo, Lucas Dean, Ait Nouri from Wolves. Midfield, Bowen, Jota, Mahrez, which was a brilliant punt. De Bruyne was the amazing captaincy option. Saka, that's your five-man midfield. And in your forward, Edward, unlucky, Kane, and Broya, who is incidentally your third sub. So, barring all this, I mean, who started, who did not start, that is part and parcel of FPL. Happy with your wildcard?
Sort of.
Now that you have had time to reflect, because,
Yeah, sort of.
well,
Sort of.
it has immediately kind of,
Because yeah, I think immediately it boosted me around 25 to 30 points, I think.
yeah, right now, presently, with the current matches that you is going on, you are on 59 points, which will
Hmm.
obviously increase once the second half starts. And so, yeah, comfortably over 60, and which I feel is a very decent score considering how this game week has gone for many. One thing I felt that was kind of a bold decision in that sense, considering there's a game week 25 double game week, you did not stock up on United assets at all. So that is left to transfer first of all. Secondly, I felt you sold your best United asset. So how come you don't have De Gea? So David De Gea
Uh,
is not there.
well,
Now, of
well,
course, Diego Dalot.
Yeah, I thought because I would be probably selling my United asset after game week 25. That's my plan. And probably David De Gea was tying up lots of fun for me. With the two premium price keeper, it was tying up lots of fun for my Salah or Bruno move. So I thought, okay, let's like chunk the fund and let's like go to the next best option, probably the cheaper alternative than him. So I opted for Dalot instead of David De Gea.
Cool. But my question is, why did you keep Ramsdale? Why not duck him and keep Dia?
Uh, I feel I think Arsenal defense are better than United, and uh, looking to the fixtures from 28, Arsenal have a very good run of fixtures. So I feel Ramsdale would be a better option in like long term than David De Gea.
True, true, true.
That's my thought.
Well, speaking of United, I mean, the way they played against Burnley, I think, yeah, it seems completely justified. I don't know if you've watched the match or not. What did you feel about? I feel definitely stocking up because if we look at United's double game week fixtures mm, of 25, I'm sorry, let's quickly bring it up. So United have
It's
Southampton
Southampton,
and Brighton at home. So
Brighton.
I don't see them keeping a clean sheet against Southampton probably because particularly the form that Southampton is in right now. We will speak about Southampton right after this regarding how Spurs bottled once again, and but it was an amazing performance by Southampton. So yeah, it looks like a masterstroke. You probably don't need David De Gea in that sense.
Well, is it a master stroke or not? That time will say about it. But I feel United have a basic problem. They like completely switch off in second half. I have seen their highlights again Boro match, Middlesbrough, and I have seen the highlights again Burnley also. Same thing happened. They completely switched off in the second half. So uh, they like keep the pressure coming on to them back, and they settle for a draw. So I feel United assets okay. I still have plan for going for Bruno Fernandes in my team
Yeah, that was
because
about to
I
be my
think
next question because even though United drew the match, we'll just briefly speaking about the match, they actually did score 3 goals, but and I don't want to mince my word, but Harry Maguire was pathetic in every sense of it. Not just responsible for the goals, was even responsible for one of the disallowed goals as well because he blocked Rodriguez from an offside position. So yeah, it looks dreadful. Somehow, I personally my thinking is Lindelof is a better defender than Maguire. But yeah, the never will the hierarchy nor the club will accept that, and he will continue playing. And I think that hugely hampers United's clean sheet chance, if so, whatever there is. So my question would have been to you now that you don't have any United and with the prospect that you have already wildcarded. So who are you? Are you still looking to get Bruno in?
yeah, I'm still looking
And
to
you
get Bruno.
how in whose place are you getting Bruno?
KDB, KDB probably.
Okay. Since you mentioned KDB, let's get to Man City. Do you think like right now in this form it's right to sell KDB before Norwich?
I don't think personal KDB would like start this particular match because I think he played around 60 minutes against their FA Cup opponent and he played completely. I think he played 90 minutes again. mm,
Buddy,
against
you're playing Pep
Brentford.
roulette. Pep, don't do that.
Yeah, kind of, kind of. But I feel still, oh, yeah, KDB is a very good option. But I feel I have a equally good option in my team. Probably if is if he's like short starter. So Riyad Mahrez is a good option, I feel. So I'm keeping a City asset. That's my original plan. I would be shifting KDB for Bruno Fernandes.
I'll come out and say this. I haven't. I took a kind of sabbatical uh, when Leicester won the Premier League. So that is the season I did not play FPL, barring that I've played continuously. I don't think there is probably a better FPL asset than Riyad Mahrez. It's just really unfortunate that he does not start every game week because I
Yeah,
even his last season in Leicester, he has been a constant fixture in my team at least. I usually very much prefer Riyad Mahrez. He's brilliant on set pieces. He does take penalties, which he has also taken up the role in City. And he's very consistent. I mean, every game week he'll give you an assist or a goal. Just keep sticking on. It's really difficult to the fact that he is not a regular starter. And personally, I feel there might be a chance that he will not start this match once again. Anyways, quick update for guys um, who will be seeing this pretty much later. No, so quick update for Anjan because it matters to us only. Arsenal are leading right now 1-0. Gabriel has scored a goal and Diego Jota has just scored a goal. So yeah, our ranks have gone down for a toss.
yeah.
Congratulations. Okay, okay. Give me 1 second. Yeah, sure. So that's about it. I hope Mahrez plays for you. I think this ends the run of three brilliant pictures that they had on trot.
Yeah.
So, uh,
I think after 20, I think in Game 26 they play. I think Spurs. Mm, I don't think so. That's a very bad fixture. Seeing like how like Spurs are
oh,
defending right now. So yeah, it's not
absolutely.
a bad option actually.
It's not a bad option, but then again, I don't know. Spurs, especially Conte, has this tendency to turn up against big teams for somewhat whatever that reason might be. Although they are playing absolutely
They
choking back.
couldn't turn up. They, I think Spurs couldn't turn up against us. I think for like three
Yeah,
consecutive times.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not talking about that. Well, what I'm trying to say is when they played against Liverpool as well, they looked very lively in that. So I don't know. Something might happen. Spurs have already beaten City once in this season when they absolutely should not have. But City had a lot of issues back then, and Harry Kane would be playing. Speaking of Spurs and Harry Kane, so how good was the Saints and Spurs match?
Saints were brilliant. I didn't see the match completely, but I saw the highlights, complete highlights.
I
So
feel like Spurs were completely outplayed in the
yeah,
first half. Probably for a brief period in the second half, they were up on it, and then again. And I mean, it is amazing how they can choke from a winning position. But let's speak about Saints. I mean, they are
well, they were like lucky enough to lead by 2-1. I think Saints were completely dominating first half. I think they should have scored more than one goal. They should have scored, I think, two, three goal minimum. And in the second half also, they had many good chances. Southampton, I'm saying.
I think, I mean,
So I think
they,
the result was fair enough.
absolutely. There is no doubt. I mean, I think it was rightly put by somebody that apart from a very staunch Spurs supporter, nobody would say that Southampton did not deserve to win that match because they
Yeah.
absolutely did. And had they had, as you were saying to your point, had they had composure, I think they could have been easily 2 goals, 3 goals up in the first half itself. Spurs were absolutely shambolic. I don't know. Sometimes they look absolutely brilliant, and sometimes they just falter away. Kane was in a
Uh,
brilliant form.
uh,
Kane was
uh,
not bad.
uh,
Like
yeah, and this I wanted to say something. Okay, I think Spurs defender. I with this Emerson Royal performance particularly, I don't see him starting the next match because uh, he wasn't at that par level.
well, he was, to be honest, never really on a par level. Uh, I don't think anybody was under the pretense. Arsenal personally dodged a huge thing that Emerson did not sign up. But anyways, let's not get into those. What I was trying to say basically is this: that if somebody is right now on the fence and looking to shop for double game week 26, which is the double major double, I would highly suggest. I'll just quickly bring up the double game week fixtures of 26. So as you can see on the screens, what are the fixtures? Spurs have Man City away and Burnley away. Definitely do yourself a favor and don't buy any Spurs defender because they just don't look like they are right now that Conte form of defender who will keep a lot of clean sheets.
Yeah,
So either
completely
that
agree about that.
either they'll score a lot and they'll eventually win the match, or it will be like how it was last night against Saints. Absolutely
And
a rubbish decision
yeah,
by me, Harry Kane. In hindsight, that is. Yeah.
yeah, completely true. I also feel like I should have like sold him in my wild card.
I don't know about selling because
Probably,
do you
I
think
think,
somebody right
I
now
think like,
going
okay,
for a double game week 26 Spurs asset? Should they go Son over Kane, or what do you
yeah,
suggest?
yeah,
They should.
definitely go Sun. Yeah, they should. They
I
would
also
like, they would like save some cash, and Sun is more like up in the pitch. Kane is a bit in the midfield area, produces for the team.
mind you, if you play Kane did not play bad. He was actually very good on this
Yeah,
pitch,
yeah, yeah.
but
Good, good.
it
Now,
it's just that somehow he is
F
kind of right now.
FPL point wise, like the Sun goal, it was like Kane did pass to Lucas
Yeah,
Moura, and
I
then the goal came.
I was just trying to draw a comparison for people who are having difficulty to understand. So right now, what is happening in Conte's team? Kane is somewhat playing like the Firmino kind of a role. He's brilliant. Firmino is brilliant in real life, but rarely does it materialize into FPL points. But some days it
Yeah,
does, and Firmino also does score a hat trick. But that's about what Kane is. Plus, I think Son is more versatile points wise because he's on free kicks, he's on corners, so he has a lot more avenues to points compared to a Harry Kane. So yeah, definitely if
yeah,
somebody is shopping right now for a Spurs asset or you are on your wild card, I don't think you should be considering any premium forward at this point of time. I mean, not even Harry Kane. Uh, any major apart from that, any major talking points? I think Liverpool probably every right now they're playing. Jota has scored again. So I was talking to
got a brace.
Jota got a brace.
No,
Wow.
no,
No, no,
I'm just asking.
no, no, no. It's just 1 goal still. I'm
Okay,
just
okay,
stating. So I was
okay.
having this conversation with Sagar Paleja. Some of you might know him. So we were just discussing. I was like, probably he will not be holding his place. I was thinking of going the route if somebody is looking to triple up. Obviously, everybody will be looking to triple up on Liverpool in game week 26. So I was thinking probably Robertson is better than Jota as an asset, but the kind of form that Jota is playing, plus the consistency that Jota is playing, I think, yeah, it's pretty much nailed in that team. I
Yeah,
think Diaz and Mane, they probably become a rotation risk rather than Jota. Let's see. It's kind of difficult, and eventually, if that is the case, then double game week 26 for Liverpool, owning a Liverpool asset becomes pretty much pointless because I think everybody will be doing so. Uh, if you're not captaining Trent, definitely his ownership or his effective ownership will be above 100%. Same with Jota and same with Salah. So good luck to all of us. We have reached that stagnation point. You were particularly, I think, you were very affected that Eduard did not start. So what did you make of it? I think the match was fair enough. It was exactly as we predicted. It would be a very hard-fought draw. They played out a one-all draw.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
no
Well,
surprise.
uh, no surprise about the score, but I did because I did have a thought in my mind in my wildcard team, and I do regret about it. I thought of not picking Edward in my team. I would have probably gone for someone like a bench fodder, like Ida or someone like that. So it would have it would have saved some cash for me.
Well,
Uh,
particularly there was no reason, as in it was not an injury-related thing. It was not a COVID-related thing. It was just a random benching. But also, then again, it's like we also have to factor these factors in because you don't think about it. Uh, Palace have like seven attackers for three positions, in which Zaha is more or less confirmed. So that becomes for two places, six people are competing. And well, if you are choosing to go with any one of them, you have to live with the fact that sometime they will rotate. It's as
well,
simple as
I was like very much surprised that he was being benched because he didn't start in the FA Cup match also. So
true.
I was like pretty sure that okay, he would definitely start this match. But again, I was very much surprised of
Yeah, I think it was
him like him
done,
being
or
benched again.
yeah, I think it was done, or keeping in mind the fact that they also have a weekend fixture. So I definitely, I have absolutely have no doubt Edward will be starting in the weekend. So that probably looks like a much more winnable fixture for them against Brentford. So I never know, but this is the real possibility. There's Mateta, there's Benteke, there's Edward, there's I think Eze, Police, Ayu. So that's for six players, two positions. It will keep on getting rotated. Uh, Before, so as we are speaking about double game week, small update. So right, not right before, I think sometime before we started doing the pod, a double game week was confirmed rather for game week 27. So game week 27, which was originally a blank game week due to Liverpool, Arsenal, uh, Leicester, and Chelsea missing out, is now also a double game week for Burnley. So Burnley's match against Leicester has been confirmed. I'll just pull up the picture to how it looks. This table is again thanks to the amazing Ben Trellin. If you don't follow him on Twitter, go follow him on Twitter. He is your one-stop solution to everything about double game week and this entire part of the season in FPL. You cannot do well without following him. So definitely do follow Ben. As you can see in 27, Burnley is now having a pretty decent double game week, which is Crystal Palace away and Leicester at home, which is preceded by again another double game week. So they have back to back two double game weeks, which no other team right now has. They have a double game week in 26 against Brighton away and Tottenham at home. Agreed, it's probably not the best fixture, but well, the fact is in the next three game weeks, Burnley have five fixtures. So if you can nail down a player, probably somebody like a Nick Pope, you're already up on the deal because he will be playing two more matches than any other keeper. So yeah, there is decent possibility of gaining some clean sheet. So yeah, something to keep in mind. And I think after this news, pretty much right now, if I have to go in that mid-priced forward range, I will definitely be going for Weghorst over Edward
Yeah,
because
no
unlike
doubt about that actually.
Edward, Weghorst does not have much competition. He is probably absolutely nailed. Probably he'll also be on penalty. So yeah, if anybody is looking to shop around, best option right now. Anything else particularly, Anjan, that you are you
Yeah,
you don't have
you
okay, you
can go for a. I think the Burnley fixture you can go for a defender probably. I don't know like how much like nailed on they are Peters and Robertson. They are very cheap.
I
I
think
think
if
Robertson
you
is
go
4.5
for a
and
early
Peters
defender, it
is
has to be Ben Mee or Tarkowski at this point because
well. I don't think they are owed enough. They are owed enough with that particular price. Like they are I think 5 or 5.1. I
that I
think
agree.
like cheaper options would have been good enough if we know particular
No, no,
they are
I'm
like
not
nailed
asking
in the team.
I'm not asking to spend more dollars for Ben Mee or Tarkowski for the potential. It's just the fact that the cheaper options nobody is nailed. I think Matt Lowton, somebody who we thought is irreplaceable in the Burnley, has not been playing for the past three matches. So we don't know. I think Eric Peters can drop. I think Charlie Taylor might be dropped. So if it was for me to get a Burnley defender, if at all, if I would have got, I would have liked to rather spend it on Ben Mee or Tarkowski just for the surety that they will play because they don't have backup in that sense. I was not actually speaking about Burnley. I was about to go for your wildcard team. So uh, you have not exactly set up your team as in if wherein you have like 10, 11, 12 double game week players. So roughly, I mean, I am sure it is a constant changing process. So roughly, what is the plan with this setup? Are you looking to go for a bench boost or something in 26?
Well, bench push. I have bench boost, I have not completely ruled it out because whatever the single game week player I have and whichever players I have playing single game week in game week 26, I think they have a very decent fixture. I think Lucas Dean plays Watford at home. West Ham also have a very good fixture. City versus Spurs. I think if Riyad Mahrez is nailed on, then he's a very good option. And
True.
so I haven't ruled out that particular route right now. But again, that particular thing I will decide with the time eventually because there is a FOMO of Salah triple captain. So I have to like
I think that
overcome
can
particular
be
that.
countered with absolutely bench boost can absolutely counter that triple extra captaincy because even if you're not triple captain, your captain will be Salah. So you're losing out on one set of Salah's point, which I think can be covered in bench boost if you are smart about it. But I think
The but the problem would be I won't get a better fixture for a triple captain player. That is the problem.
that's true. That's kind of the bet that you have selected to sleep on. But anyways, yeah, I think it's something to ponder about. Jokes apart, uh, your I think single game week players would be probably Cancelo, who will have Spurs, Luca Dean, who will have Watford, Bowen has Newcastle. Newcastle is no longer a very good fixture, to be honest. I don't see them competing a lot. They have been on exceptional form. Uh,
Yeah.
Everton also made them look good a lot, but I think Alan Saint Maximin, amazing
Yeah,
Like,
amazing,
and
amazing,
I think
brilliant.
under Eddie Howe, he is actually realizing his potential and he's doing amazing stuff.
Exactly.
Guys,
Yeah.
unbelievable. You would be having your transfer would be from De Bruyne to Bruno and then Bruno to Salah. I'm assuming that's the
Yeah,
change.
probably that.
So you will be still be kind of stuck with Mahrez or might not be. There might be plan that you have.
Depends actually. I might be stuck with Mahrez. I might not be stuck with Mahrez. I will see first of all, like how do Arsenal play.
So how many like double game week players are you targeting for 26? Assuming if you're while bench boosting.
If I'm bench boosting, then probably I will go for a 8 9 players.
Okay, cool. Anyways, before anything, I think let's go ahead and discuss the upcoming game week fixtures quickly,
Yeah.
uh, and then we will toggle in between. So, like the transfers that we are making right now, there is also the consideration and the factor of playing game week 30, which is
Mm,
looming large. Uh, just to bring you an updated table. So, what well, not what I have done, but then this again is something Ben has shared. So there's a table, it's an updated table from the one that we showed last week, wherein the bookies odd or the percentage has been given as to what is the chance of these fixture actually happening to be a blank. So as you can see on your screen, Man City versus Brighton is pretty much the favorite to be a blank. After that, Watford against Everton. So people might be confused as to why Everton is rated so highly uh, in a blank fixture. Well, that is because Everton are playing somebody from, I think it's the fifth league in English league contest. Uh, I mean hierarchy. So yeah, they are very likely to go ahead in that match against. I forgot the name of the team. It's Bon House something. Liverpool United again pretty much. Liverpool just needs to beat Norwich, which I think they would. Tottenham, West Ham, anybody beats anybody in the FA Cup. It's a blank. Norwich, Chelsea. So the projected number of blanks is roughly around 6 matches that should be blank. So the teams that will have a fixtures are Leicester, Brentford, Wolves, Leeds, and Aston Villa against Arsenal. These are confirmed. Barring these, Burnley, Southampton might also come into the picture. So yeah, anybody, if you want to avoid
Hardly,
using,
actually, I think the interesting thing would be over here, particularly, it should be Burnley. Because if like Burnley has a double game week fixture in 26, Burnley has a double game week fixture in 27, and like the probability of Burnley Southampton is also higher in game week 30. I think they are a decent option there.
yeah, Southampton. The only thing is Southampton's FA Cup match is against West Ham, so that will be interesting. Whoever wins that fixture is the blank. Uh, but West Ham's match also involves Tottenham. So if Southampton manage to beat West Ham, then obviously this fixture does not happen. But then again, Burnley has a lot more fixtures to be rescheduled. So you never know. Some fixture might drop in that particular game week as well.
No, I think after this game week 27, I think Burnley have I think two more now. I
Yeah.
think
So
Leicester
that,
and
that,
I
that
think
will be rescheduled.
yeah, I think Leicester and Arsenal have three each remaining.
Leicester, Arsenal. I think the mathematically the only team that cannot have a double game week from now on till the end of the season is Brentford. So they cannot probably have a double game week. Apart from this, any other team can be having a double game down the line
Mm,
due to FA Cup
yeah.
postponements and other postponements as well. I was also there was this rumor that was going around that I think I don't know which body, but somebody is pushing for the Arsenal against Chelsea postponed fixtures to be played in the midweek where Chelsea is not playing Champions League. but it clashes with
Yeah,
the Europa League match. So yeah, that I think will fall under game week 28. If I'm not wrong.
game week 28.
Yeah. So that again then becomes a double game week for Arsenal as well as Chelsea. So
Well, I also heard somewhere, okay, that this Man City versus Brighton, this particular match can also be pulled a week ahead on game week 29. So uh, that is
so as I
also a
said,
factor.
lots happening.
Yeah, lots of happening now.
Lots of thing will be happening because as we, if I can quickly show you, as you can see in this table on the right hand side, there are roughly I think one, two, three,
I think 13, 14 fixtures are left now.
so still like around 12, 13 fixtures to be rescheduled. So
Yeah.
lots will happen from now till the end of the season. We are not as qualified as this gentleman who has created this table. Please go and follow Ben Crescent. You will be much more updated because he is he doesn't absolutely sleep. The man is a machine. He's an absolute legend. Go ahead and follow him, and you will be updated. And we will obviously keep you updated when we are potting. So, anyways, moving on to game week 25. Then, we will straight away start off with the double game week fixtures. So, Man United against Southampton and Man United against Brighton. We did not get to see in this game week in any case because of the blank due to Chelsea playing. So, what are your thoughts about these two matches of Manchester United? What do you think will be the scoreline?
Uh, well, scoreline, I think United Southampton, I would go for a 2-2 kind of draw or like 1-1 kind of draw. And probably Brighton match, I would go for a 1-0 United win.
Okay. You are optimistic about a clean sheet. That's good to
Yeah,
hear.
optimistic. I like optimistic about a clean sheet in the second match. I'm not like optimistic that they would keep a clean sheet again against Southampton. But like I just like wanted to ask you something. Which are the United or Brighton asset to be considered for this particular game week, double game week? I mean,
Well, I think David Diaz definitely. If you don't have him, I think even without the clean sheet, the number of saves that he makes, you should. Personally, if you ask me, although I do own, but personally, if you ask me, I would say completely avoid any United defender. They're not worth it. Absolute waste of space. Uh, no offense, man. For me, still the choice is Bruno because he is definitely confirmed to play 90 and 90, probably in both the matches. I think Pogba is an interesting option that might arise. I
yeah.
don't know if playing all the matches, but if I would not have had already a triple up of United, I might have been considering Pogba. Rashford, maybe if you are feeling adventurous, but I would not personally go there.
Well, I think
Regarding Mr.
Pogba
Ronaldo,
also.
my
I
emotions and
think
yeah, sure.
yeah. I think Pogba is a very interesting pick. He's like price bracket is also in a very good range around 7.4 or 7.6, I
To be
guess.
honest, I'm not
So
really sure what is Pogba's price, but anyways, that is he's basically cheaper than all the United attacking midfielding options, obviously. But I
yeah,
think there is a chance that he might not start. There is a chance he will be rotated. So probably would not go there. If you can afford Bruno, definitely. If you cannot afford Bruno, then I would say Rashford is a safer option. If you are absolutely in love and in awe of Cristiano Ronaldo, definitely go ahead. Uh, he, he's not a bad player, obviously. He cannot become a bad player overnight. But yeah, personally, I would not pick Cristiano Ronaldo. But if somebody is already stuck with Cristiano Ronaldo, what to do? Would you suggest to keep hold or should people switch to Harry Kane? I would say keep hold. Just
I would say hold for like 25.
yeah, I'm
Definitely
talking about
hold.
we are talking about 25 only. So there are a lot of people who are considering switching from Ronaldo to Harry Kane.
I
Personally,
think personally I won't switch Ronaldo to Kane on 26, but I would like try to downgrade Ronaldo to someone cheap,
yeah. So I
maybe
was about to ask you this: if somebody is already
Weghorst.
owning Ronaldo, uh, that doesn't. I mean, it depends on who you want basically. Because so yeah, that's your choice. So somebody, if they're looking to switch Ronaldo to Bruno, should they be going ahead with it? What's your thoughts on that?
They can't go in. I don't think so. -4 is worth enough.
If it's for free, if somebody's got two free transfers, you
Probably I will.
okay,
I will.
cool. Man United, Southampton. I feel it will be United winning 2-1. Man United, Brighton. I'm not really hopeful of a clean sheet. I think it'll be a one-all draw, something like that. No, I'm not really sure
So
as to how to call the United match because I don't know what kind of United team will be turning up. So
yeah.
yeah, it's very dicey. I mean, my predictions are probably absolutely rubbish. I'm talking out of my head, but I don't know what to make of United. I'm just hopeful it's
And
double and going along with it.
like any particular asset from Brighton,
Okay, Brighton. Brighton's other match is against Watford, which I think is a certain clean sheet. If
certain
anything,
city. Yeah.
almost certain clean sheet. It should be a clean sheet. So I would probably say if you already own Sanchez, well and good. I would not buy Sanchez right now, and I'll probably go with somebody like Cucurella. I think he's a decent option. Contributes in the attack as well, and is actually kind of a bonus magnet. Uh, Somebody like Neil Maupay is also not a bad punt to take. If somebody is looking for that mid-priced forward option rather than going for Edward or somebody Vegas, can actually go for Neil Maupay if you wish, because I see Brighton scoring in both the matches. So that's decent option. Brentford Crystal Palace, I think this will be kind of scoring, but I think Crystal Palace will win the match 2 goals to 1. Your thoughts?
I feel Brentford winning this match by 2-1.
Okay, cool. I don't know if you noticed the sleek omission of Tony from the matchday squad and Mbuemo being benched. So Tony apparently had a calf injury and Mbuemo, well, he was just benched. Wonder if it
No, no,
had
no,
anything to do with COVID.
no. Tony had a calf problem and Mbeumo just recovered from COVID.
Yeah, those are the official narratives. We don't know. So it seems a bit coincidental that the video was leaked and then this is the next match that they start and apparently both of them are missing. Have you not watched the
Which
video?
video are you talking about? No.
Okay, you buddy are in a different zone altogether. I think you should catch up. I could make from the look on your face that you had absolutely no clue what I'm talking about. It's been a rage. I don't want to repeat what Tony was saying about Brentford in the video. So I think just go ahead and search it and watch it. Don't want to be disrespectful again
Okay.
about Brentford. So yeah, it was a convenient Tony injury and it was a convenient recovery of Mbuemo from the COVID. Yeah. Nonetheless, moving ahead, Everton Leeds. I'm expecting this to be a very exciting match. What I've realized from watching Everton right now is, I'm sorry to say this, but he's a club legend of yours, but I think Lampard has not changed as a manager at all. Probably he might be bringing some changes, but he is still the same person who wants to play from the back. not realizing that probably Everton are not a good enough team to play from the back. They don't have the personals to play from the back. And I think in playing from the back, they got absolutely slaughtered by Newcastle.
I
Right now,
think
right now, Everton are very much a team to target. If you are targeting against, like if you want to captain your captain, it can be against Everton. They're just 2 points above
uh,
relegation. That's
and one more thing, I think Aston Villa Leeds was a very like nice game. Leeds, like kudos to them. They were like 3-1 down, and but still they like took 1 point. I think.
it was
mm,
amazing fighting.
well, yeah. Wait, just a minute. We have been like bashing James for a long time, and James particularly played so well in that match. And
I,
when I like saw that highlights, I was thinking of like your face. What we are telling exactly?
well,
So
you know,
yeah.
even a broken clock is gives the right time for it. So let's just do that. Well, I mean, I would just have to admit, like having watched the match, the first goal was absolutely well taken by James. Second goal a bit dicey, a bit lucky, but nonetheless, amazing fighting spirit. And I think Leeds against Aston Villa is always like that since I think couple of seasons back in the championship when that incident happened, there was a huge fight between Aston Villa and Leeds, and since then it has always managed to produce a very exciting kind of a result. This was uber exciting. If I mean, speaking of Aston Villa, how good is I don't know why we
Coutinho.
don't have Felipe Coutinho in our team. As I mentioned the day he
It's
came, that
great.
he's probably one of my favorite FPL assets. I don't know why I still don't own him. I'm still pondering. I'm still considering, which is really bad. But yeah, that is the case. He's amazing. Ramsey is amazing. Aston Villa defense is looking dicey again. Konsa again got a red card. Uh, I don't think Martinez is at the form that he was in last season, so I don't think Aston Villa will be keeping a lot of clean sheet. But yeah,
Uh, and I feel they should play Nakamba in place of Douglas Luiz. And I think Mings and Konsa both are not like good enough. The other side of the flank is okay. Lucas Dean and Maticas are fine, but I think both Mings and Konsa are not a very good defender. And I think probably Douglas Luiz should be dropped.
I don't think they will be dropping Douglas Luiz because I think his contract is up or something. So if he's dropped right now, he's probably leaving the club. Other clubs will be poaching for Douglas Luiz. So yeah, I think they'll want to keep him happy. I don't know. I did not follow that match that closely to follow what Douglas Luiz was doing. To be very honest, I was in awe of what Coutinho and what Jacob Ramsey were doing, and partly also what Daniel James was doing as well. So Aston Villa is completely going under the radar just due to all the back-to-back useless Watford double game week that we are having. I think
Yeah,
had that
exactly.
Watford double game week not been announced, all of us would have stocked up on Aston Villa assets, which was already planned. But kudos to the guys that actually went ahead and ignored the Watford double game week and yeah, went ahead with the plan. Well done. Moving on, speaking of Watford, next match is Watford against Brighton. I think I would say 1-0 to Brighton. I think Brighton will win this match. Oh,
Brighton are playing in their home, right?
no, it's away to Watford.
Then I feel Watford would probably win this match by 1-0, or probably it would be a 0-0 kind of draw.
No. How will Watford win this match when you said it's a 13 clean sheet by Brighton?
Because Watford have improved defensively. Probably they are trying to sort out their defense first. They had like no shots on target and all the stuff. But yeah, defensively they have been a bit good now. So.
Defensively, they
And
are better, but then again, they are still Watford. I'm
yeah,
sorry to say, this, but yeah. I mean, even when Roy Hodgson was in Crystal Palace, it was not like they were keeping clean sheet every single day. They can also concede. So yeah, I think that might happen. Norwich against Man City.
I would go for a City win, probably 2-0.
I'll also go for a same. I think it'll be kind of like 3-0. City are already on 60 points with 14 remaining games to go. If they win all the matches, they will cross the 100-point mark once again. Bit impossible, but yeah. If anybody can, they can. So yeah, 3-0 to City. But the lineup will be a landmine. Absolutely. I don't
Exactly.
know who will start, who will not.
Because I think after that in the midweek they again have a Champions League match. So lineup would be. And how do you feel about Foden? I to I just like removed him in my wildcard. How do you feel about Foden?
He's getting into the bracket of players who look good IRL but not materialize into FPL points. I think there was one header last night which he should have converted. Uh, Probably was from a KTB cross, if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think nothing much to add. I don't have any feelings about Foden. I would not be selling Foden before Norwich, but yeah, that's about it. I'll not sell, I'll not buy kind of zone, and I'm definitely selling after Norwich. I need to update to which city players I have. Next match, Burnley against Liverpool. I think this will make us cry because Mo Salah will give performance one week
demolish.
earlier than we are expecting him to
Expecting.
give. And yeah,
I would
we
go
will
for a
all be
2-0
occupied.
or 3-0. I would go for a 3-0 Liverpool win.
Burnley against Liverpool. Okay, I'll go for a 3-1 win to Liverpool. I think Burnley will probably end up scoring one. They are looking good. At least their spirits are high.
Burnley don't score lots of goals, buddy.
Yeah, they don't. But particularly Vegas and Rodriguez, the combination is looking very lively. At least. So I'll give you that.
Yeah,
It should be a
yeah.
clean sheet, but I think they might just nick it since it's at Burnley home. So yeah, tough move probably. Newcastle, Aston Villa.
Any wait, just hold on. Any idea of Cornet injury or like easy and like is he a good option for this double game week if he's fit enough to start?
I don't know if he's fit enough to start or not. We'll have to probably wait for press conference for that. As far as I know, he's injured right now. So
Mm.
Sean Dyke should inform us. At least should
No,
update us.
no. I'm just saying, is he a good option for double game weeks?
If he is fit, yes. I'm very excited about Newcastle against Aston Villa. I would never thought I will say this, but yeah, it on paper at least it looks like it will be a very lively and a nice affair. So Newcastle are on a high back-to-back win. Aston Villa are also playing really well. What do you think will be the scoreline?
It's very hard to predict this particular. Newcastle are playing at their home, right? So I feel Newcastle would probably win this match by 2-1, or I would go for a 1-1 draw.
I'll go for a two-all draw. Probably, I think might be the case that happens. Uh, but looks a good fixture for Villa assets if you already own them. Should be working out.
Yeah,
Spurs against
I think looks a good asset if you are having a Villa attacker probably not as a defender.
Cool. Spurs against Wolves. Uh, I think Spurs will win this one. Should win this one. I'll go for a 1-0 to Spurs.
I would go for a 2-1 to Spurs.
Uh, Leicester against West Ham.
Yeah,
Speaking of West Ham, Gerard Bowen, absolute legend.
yeah.
What
I
a
think
season and
he's.
what a form he is in. My goodness.
I
So
think
he,
he's
along
right
with
now
Salah
77.
and Jota, has pretty much nailed the midfield position. I don't know where we will get the rank rises from and where we'll get the variance. We seriously need some of these guys to go out of form because otherwise it will become a very template kind of a team for everybody. Hardly any rank rises.
I agree,
In a normal
completely
game,
agree.
Bowen, Jota, all these players are having effective ownership above 100%. So, like Jota having scored, I think we have gone down in rank, even though we are owning him. So, yeah, I think something needs to give. Score prediction: Leicester West Ham.
I'd go for a 1-1 draw.
Leicester does not look like winning anything at all. Yeah, it's difficult. This is one of those matches which is probably difficult to call. I think it can be a kind of a freak match wherein Leicester. I don't know
Wins
if
it.
they can. I'll just for feel good factor in favor of Leicester and Leicester fan. I'll just say that they probably nick it like a 1-0 kind of a match in favor of Leicester.
1-0. They are keeping a clean sheet. That's a new thing, boss.
I think they will be keeping a clean sheet not by any merits of them, but it will be more to do with West Ham having a off day or something like that.
Okay.
Pretty bad of West Ham, I think, to actually start Kurt Zouma. What I did not expect that they'll be starting Kurt Zouma, but yeah, I don't know. And nonetheless, it somehow like quantifies to a lot of people that what he did is actually an acceptable behavior, which is absolutely not.
No, no,
Right?
it isn't.
Nonetheless, a lot has been spoken on this, but I absolutely condemn disgusting behavior, as Michael just said. Mike, okay, buddy, let's move on. Oh, before we move on to our team's captaincy, who are your cap? You don't have anybody, so you're more or less fixed on Bruno Fernandes. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm more or less fixed on Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, let's bring
What
up
about
your team.
you? What about you?
Let's go through your team and then I'll discuss my team. I my team is I think it's pretty much obvious right now because I already do own Bruno Fernandes. I was just asking you the question. So do you want to go through your
Okay.
team? If you haven't made any transfer as of yet, I so
Yeah, it's the same team. So I would probably look for KDB to Bruno move.
how much do you have in your bank?
5.3 in my bank.
Point. So that's the only transfer that you'll be doing, right? Just one free transfer.
Yeah,
KDB to Bruno.
yeah.
Captaining Bruno, obviously, I'm guessing. Are
Mm.
you going for any Brighton defender or Brighton asset?
No.
Cool. Let's bring up my team. I'll just read it for the benefit of anybody who is listening. I have Dia in uh, goalkeeping position, Dalot, Cancelo, Arnold, Dawson from West Ham, Jota, Bowen, Foden, Fernandes, Captain, Calvert-Lewin, and Harry Kane. Mm, I have two free transfers. I have point 0.5 in the bank. Uh, I think I'm pretty much set towards selling Calvert-Lewin for probably Wood Weghorst. The only thing that is stopping me is he's facing Liverpool this game week. So I don't know whether I should go ahead with it this game week or should I wait for it. That's the only
Who
thought.
are in your bench? Who are
Sorry,
in your bench?
my
Who are
bench
in your
right
bench?
now is Demari Gray, Josh King, and Brandon Williams.
Okay.
So King has a decent fixture. It is Brighton again at home, but yeah, not something that fills me with confidence. So that is something that I have to consider whether I want to play DCL or not play DCL basically. Apart from this, I think Gray is somebody that I'm looking to sell off. I'm not sure if I should be starting Dawson or not basically in my team. It's against Leicester. I don't know. What do you think? Should I be starting Dawson?
Mm, Probably yes, I think. Looking to the other options you have. I think Dominic Gray is injured. I don't know the
Uh,
extent of injury.
my second transfer, I want to uh, upgrade Demari Gray to an Aston Villa midfielder. So it can be Ramsey, it can be Coutinho, depending if I make a move for Calvert Lewin as well or not. So that is my thought process.
Well, well, if you go for Weghorst, you can definitely mm, you can definitely fund, I think, Coutinho uh, with that particular money.
I can, but I'm not sure that after getting Vegas, should I be playing him against Liverpool, or should I buy Vegas and bench him and play Josh King in the starting 11 and then play Vegas for the next 2 game weeks? I'm a bit confused about that.
Uh, well, if you are,
I think the Burnley
I
thing
think
has actually changed a bit of the thought process. So now I'm even thinking after 25 whether I should be switching from De Gea to Nick Pope or not. Because if I do
yeah,
that, then in that case, I think I
that's a
can
good
go.
idea. Actually.
Yeah, if I do that, I think I can go for a bench boost kind of thing instead of a
I
triple
think
captain
that's a.
scoring my
I
own.
think see right now you are set on selling DCL and Gray probably.
I have to use one of the transfers. So
Yeah,
first question is, should I be selling DCL right now this week for Vegas, who has Liverpool away or Liverpool at home, rather?
probably no.
Because DCL has Leeds at home. I
Yeah,
know, I mean, Everton has shit and everything, but the only thing is whether
still
DCL will start or not. That is the question in my mind.
that is the only factor to
If he
be monitored.
starting, it might not be a bad option, but then again, I'm not very hopeful. But I don't see the Vegas move paying off right away this game week. The other option is I can probably go for Edward, but I don't want to do that right now. If I just wait,
Edward is not an option, buddy. I don't see him starting both the double game week matches.
yeah. So that is the one concern. If that is not happening, then probably then I cannot upgrade Demari Gray to Coutinho. So in that case, it has to be uh, uh, Ramsey, which is not a bad
Then,
option.
yeah, it's not a bad option, but I still feel Coutinho is a better option than him. You can offer DCL to Weghorst and just bench him, and you can just go for Gray to Coutinho and just play him. Simple.
Yeah, that is also not.
You can like do both your transfer and you can just bench Wegros and you can play Coutinho instead.
Do you see Dawson getting anything against Leicester? So, what was your prediction for Leicester against West Ham?
I predict a 1-1.
I don't see Dawson doing much. So, it'll be a kind of a thing whether I should play Dawson or play Josh King, who is at home against Brighton. I think probably
Uh,
for Josh King.
I would probably play Josh King above Dawson.
True. Even I would be leaning in that sense. Anyways, thank you for joining, guys. That's about the plan. As always, I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter as to what I'm doing. Hope you guys enjoyed the pod. Relatively shorter pod than we usually do.
Yeah,
We are under 1 hour 10. So pretty much happy about that. Hopefully the content was helpful for you in your decision for double game week 25. Have an amazing double game week and an amazing game week FPL wise. May your arrows be green. We are in for a lot of excitement right now because it's back to back double game. Just keep in mind your chip strategy while making the transfer. If you want to understand the chip strategy, you can revisit our last video. We have spoken about chip strategy elaborately over there. So yeah, and any changes we'll be keeping you updated because well, the Burnley double does change a lot of things. So it's a goodbye from me and good night.
good night, guys.